Indeed, this was a searing indictment of Vladimir Putin by Volodymyr Zelensky. He used all those expressions and challenged those in the room and essentially the Western world, asking them, well, if you want to still live in a rules-based world, you have to defeat Putin. And he says, instead of asking when the war in Ukraine will end, ask yourself why Vladimir Putin is still able to conduct that very war. He thanked the German Chancellor, the French President, for just signing a bilateral security agreement in the previous days, as the one that was signed with the UK several weeks ago. He said that Ukraine was doing its utmost 724 days of resistance to Ukraine. He said that to Russia, I'm sorry. He said that this has broken the myth that Ukraine doesn't exist as a country, that Russia's military is all powerful, and that Europe was weak and unable to respond. However, he said that this needs to continue because, again, an argument we've heard again and again, that this is not Ukraine's war, this is Europe's war. And he also said that this concerns other parts of the world, Africa, Latin America, Asia as well, because this was really a defining moment. And he said that the struggle should continue. Obviously, the support should continue. He's hoping that in addition to the security agreements I just mentioned with key European countries, there will be much needed support from Washington, namely that the House of Representatives will take up and vote a bill that would fund and arm Ukraine. This is seen as a key moment because this is seen as a symbol of whether the West still believes that it needs to continue fighting for Ukraine or eventually push the Ukrainians toward a negotiating table with Vladimir Putin. With the death of Alexei Navalny, clearly Volodymyr Zelensky told the West, well, know who you're dealing with and don't force us to sit down with this man at the table. This is not the right moment. This is not the right person. And this is when the future needs to be defined. Obviously strong words, but the reality is that on the front lines, there is a stalemate. And obviously Ukraine was forced to withdraw from the town of Avdiivka. There was a long and terrible fight where tons of life were lost on both sides. Ukraine was forced to withdraw, but Volodymyr Zelensky is hoping that this is not the way the combat is going to happen on the front lines, but this is only something that just happened, and he's hoping to regain the momentum.